Hey, what's up? This is Matt Dietz, and this is Agency Launch. This is the show where I talk about running an insurance agency. I talk about sales and marketing strategies for insurance agents. I talk about staffing for insurance agents. I talk about retention and customer service for insurance agents. One of the most popular questions that I get right now is, hey, Matt, I know I'm supposed to quote a certain amount of people every day. How do I find people to quote? Well, if you text me right now to 208-213-8809, I have an asset pulled directly from my masterclass that I'm giving out for free. Text me 20 policies to 208-213-8809, and I will show you how to write 20 policies this week. On with the show. All right, I got something for you today. I got another feather to put in your cap. I got another tool to put in your toolbox. I wanted to introduce you to Brightco. Brightco is an online jewelry insurance carrier, and they are making your life easier and your customers' lives easier. How? Well, quoting is super easy. You can do a quote in like 2 minutes by answering 6 questions. All their policies are backed by an AM Best A+ rated insurance carrier. Renewals are automatic. Claims will not be reported on a Clue report. That is huge. Their plans offer $0 deductibles. They have 125% replacement cost value. They cover mysterious disappearance. It's everything you want in your jewelry coverage. So do me a favor. If you want to get appointed or check them out, go to bright.co/Matt Dietz. That's bright.co/MATTDIETZ and get in. Hey, what's up? All right, so today I wanted to talk about something that happens once in a while in my agency and something I would encourage you to do down the road if you're not. Anyway, once in a while, like you guys, I run a pretty small shop, right? There's 3 of us here, and I've got a agency that is pretty big. We have 4,400 policies, and there's 3 of us here. So when somebody gets a day off or something like that, our roles kind of change a little bit, right? We play a little bit of defense, right? Once in a while, maybe once a year or so, maybe more than that, I work the agency alone because it happened last week. One of my staff members has every other Wednesday off. It's part of her compensation package. And then Monty in my office, who's my producer, he was out sick. And so those 2 days collided. And so there was a Wednesday where I was the only one in the office. And I've gotten comfortable knowing that I can totally do this. There was a period of time a few years ago where they both had like the same week off. And I kind of panicked a little bit. I was like, oh my God, how am I going to manage this, And I did great. I actually really enjoyed it. It really does a couple of things for me. One, gets my finger on the pulse of what's going on every day. Once I've been doing this for 18, going on 19 years. And, we have our systems and habits that are really deeply ingrained and the agency runs really smoothly. So all of our processes are almost automatic, and I don't mean like automation, in the way that we use it these days with the technology that we use, but we know our flow of business so well in the agency that as things come in, they just get done by like human automation. We know how to handle just about everything that comes into the agency. Well, over time, as I have released my duties to my team and my staff, I worry about how do I want to put it? My intellectual attrition to certain tasks that happen in my agency. Like, I haven't receipted a payment in a long time. I haven't done a quote in a long time. I haven't run to the bank and done a bank deposit. And there are a lot of things that I have released, to my team, which is by design and is something that you should be doing too. But it's also important to know that it's important for me to know that I can still do this stuff. And we've had new systems come online. We have new quoting. We have new new ways to quote. We have new systems. We have new companies, new sign-ins, new logins. All my business has continued to grow, and a lot of that stuff I've just given to my team. But it's important to that you know how to do all of this stuff. And so like I said, once in a while, I'm left to handle things on my own, and I am doing things that I don't normally do on a daily basis. Like answering the phone, checking the emails, sending out search, just doing the day-to-day stuff, handling walk-in traffic. This isn't stuff that I generally do. But on those days, more recently, I've really enjoyed it. I mean, like I said, it really keeps my finger on the pulse of what's happening inside of my agency. I get a better sense on the flow of what happens, what needs to happen immediately, what can wait. And I'm talking to clients that I maybe normally wouldn't talk to because I'm in the office instead of out of the office. And every time I answer the phone when I'm here alone, my clients are like, "Oh my God, Matt, is everything okay?" Because Meg's not answering the phone or something like that. I'm like, "Yeah, everything's fine. Just they have a day off, and I'm taking care of business." And it's always a really warm interaction. I'm like, "It's really nice to talk to you." Or if I'm calling people back and they think it's Meg or Monty, and they usually they don't expect me to call, and I call them because they left a message, and they answer the phone and they're like, "Hi, Meg." And I'm like, "Actually, this is Matt." And they're like, "Oh my God, it's Matt. How are you?" And so it's a great way to reconnect with some of your clients. It's a great way to kind of keep your skills sharp, make sure you know how to do the little things in the office. It really helps me appreciate my team a little bit more and what's going on a day-to-day basis. It helps me find if there are any gaps in the way that we do things, and we really don't have many gaps, but there have been times in the past where maybe if my staff was not quite there yet, maybe there was a process in place that had some flaws or some gaps. And I'd be like, "Well, why are we doing it this way when I know we can do it that way?" And so it helps keep things sharp. So I would encourage you to give your team a day off and run the ship by yourself. Get behind the wheel and see what happens. A lot of good things are going to happen. One is your team is going to be stoked that you gave them a day off, right? Two, you're going to have a better sense on what's going on a day-to-day basis. And you will probably relearn some things that maybe you have forgotten. You will leave that day a little bit more confident, being like, "Hey, I can do everything I need to do, in a pinch if I have to." And like I said, there was a whole week a few years back where they were both gone for a whole week, and I was a little panicked. I was like, "I wonder how this week is going to go." But mentally I was getting ready. I was like, "Look, I'm going to play hardcore defense this week. I'm going to be here for my clients. I'm going to be reactive. I'm going to give the service that, of course, I expect because it's my business, right?" And I wound up having a great week. I was a little winded by the end of the week, but I was proud of myself for taking care of everything and making sure that we were still giving the great service that my clients deserve. And I really enjoyed it. So every once in a while, it's not a bad idea to just grab the wheel and refresh your skill set, take care of your team, and get back into the thick of things. If you're not there yet, if you're still building your team and getting it to that place, I would encourage you to look forward to giving your team, in the years to come. Be like, there's going to be a time where I'm going to do that, for my team and really stay sharp and things like that. So, maybe once a year or a couple times a year, be like, "Hey, I'm going to take this for you today. Enjoy your day off." And it's a great reward and a lot of good can come from it. So you'll also learn that, like, the other thing that's important to know is that I think a lot of times when we get a phone call or we get an email or a text or something like that, it comes with this sense of urgency, like it needs to be done right now. That is not the case with 90% of the stuff that we do. Okay. And, so it's important for you, your expectations for the way things get done when you're flying solo like this. You're like, "Okay, this can wait till tomorrow. This needs to be done right now." It really can help you determine the balance in your agency. Not everything is an emergency. Okay. I just want you to remember that. I want you to remind your team of that, and it'll keep things a little calmer in your space. Okay. Not everything has to have this vice grip urgency where it's like, I got to get this done right now or else I'm going to lose the deal, or they're going to cancel the policies, or my client's going to be mad. Like it's okay. All right. It's all right. So anyway, these are just some free flowing thoughts that I had after running my ship solo last week. I just wanted to share them with you. So there you go. My name is Matt. This is Agency Launch. You can find me all over the place. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at Deets Agency. Do me a favor, send me a text, 208-213-8809, and send me chat with Matt. If you want to book a call with me, maybe some questions you want to ask me, maybe there's a way we can help each other out. I'm totally available for you. So chat with Matt, 208-213-8809. Thank you so much for listening. Keep up the good work.